Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. The day Kelly/Ripa's tears redefined connection, when a TV host's raw heartbeat stole America's. Let's be honest, daytime TV is usually a comfortable background hum. It's the steady, cheerful soundtrack to our morning routines, the smiling hosts, the playful banter, the glossy segments that glide over the surface of real life. We tune in for a dose of easy companionship, a bit of escape before the day truly begins. It's a world where everything feels managed. But every so often, in the most unscripted way, a perfectly lit facade parts. And in that crack, something real, something breathtakingly, messily human shines through. It's in these rare moments that viewers don't just watch, they lean in. They stop folding laundry, they forget their coffee, they become witnesses. One morning on Live with Kelly and Ryan, that's exactly what happened. There was no A-list movie star, no shocking reveal, no outrageous stunt. Instead, there was Kelly. Just Kelly. Not the consummate professional, the queen of quick wit and impeccable timing we've known for over 2 decades, but Kelly the daughter, the mother, the woman navigating the beautiful, aching complexities of love, time, and legacy. It was the day her authenticity didn't just peek through, it flooded the set, washed over the airwaves, and forged a deeper, truer bond with America than any celebrity interview ever could. The persona and the person. To feel the weight of what unfolded, you have to appreciate the artist at work. Kelly/Ripa is, by any measure, a master of her craft. She is energy incarnate, a live wire of humor and sharp intelligence, who can steer a chaotic, unscripted 2-hour broadcast with the ease of a natural captain. She's built a career on being reliably, wonderfully on, a professional in the truest sense, who understands the delicate art of the compartment. We all have it, that mental box where we tuck away our personal selves to present our public face. For someone in the spotlight, that compartment isn't just useful, it's essential. It's the armor that allows you to share pieces of your life while protecting its sacred core. Kelly has worn that armor with grace for years, letting us see her family, her humor, her life, but always on her terms. Which is why, when she chose to lay that armor down, the impact was seismic. This wasn't a slip, it was a voluntary, graceful step out from behind the podium. And that choice to be vulnerable, not in retrospect on a podcast, but live, in real time, is what transformed the broadcast from a show into a shared experience. The conversation that changed everything. It began as the best conversations often do, in a safe harbor. The easy, familiar rhythm between Kelly and Ryan, a partnership that feels less like co-hosting and more like a genuine friendship. They were talking about family, about the passage of time, the kind of chat that feels universal over a kitchen table, but is rarer on a soundstage. Kelly, a mom whose devotion to her 3 kids is her North Star, began speaking about the transitions happening in her home. Her voice, usually a clarion call of comic timing, softened. She spoke of doors left open, of rooms grown quiet, of the mundane, magical rituals of motherhood, packing a lunch, hearing a backpack thump to the floor, that suddenly feel like relics from a treasured past. She was articulating the silent grief every parent knows, the profound pride of watching your children soar, with the heartache for the version of them and of you that is now a memory. Ryan, in that moment, was perfection. He didn't rush to fill the space with noise, he didn't deflect with a joke. He listened with his whole being, his quiet mm-hms and gentle nods creating a sanctuary of safety. He wasn't a co-host, he was a friend holding space for a heart that needed to speak its truth. Then the axis tilted. From the bittersweetness of children flying the nest, her thoughts drifted to the roots from which she grew. She spoke of her father, Joe, who passed away in 2003. Maybe it was these milestones with her own kids that made his absence feel new again, a fresh bruise on an old wound. The grandfather who would have swelled with pride, the dad whose voice she still wishes she could hear. She shared a memory. It might have been simple, a piece of advice, the way he fixed a broken thing, the sound of his laugh. But as the words left her lips, the first tear escaped. It wasn't a dramatic sob. It was a single, silent tear tracing a path down her cheek. And she let it fall. She didn't swipe it away with a practiced gesture. That tear was a key, unlocking something in the studio and in living rooms across the country. The floodgates of shared feeling. The true cascade of emotion came when she connected the threads, from her father's legacy to her own parenting. She gave voice to the haunting, universal whisper that keeps every thoughtful parent awake at night. Am I enough? Am I passing on what was given to me? Is the love I'm pouring out the right kind, the strong kind? Her voice, thick with emotion, finally broke. I hope he would be proud, she managed, the sentence crumbling under the weight of a love that transcends time. In that instant, every label fell away. She wasn't a TV star, she was every daughter who has ever longed for a parent's approving nod. Every person carrying the weight and gift of family history. Every human trying to bridge the terrifying, beautiful gap between the love they received and the love they strive to give. The studio audience, a chorus usually ready for applause, fell into a hushed, reverent silence. You could hear the collective intake of breath, the soft rustle of tissues, and the camera, bless the director's heart, did not look away. It held on Kelly's face. It let us sit in that raw, uncomfortable, glorious humanity with her. This was no longer television, this was a mirror. And Ryan, he was the anchor. He placed a steadying hand near hers on the desk, a lifeline without intrusion. His eyes were wells of pure empathy. "He is, Kelly," he said, his voice firm with conviction. "He absolutely is." It wasn't a platitude, it was an affirmation, a bridge built between her private moment and our public witness. The ripple that became a wave. In our digital world, the echo of a real moment is instantaneous. Social media, so often an arena of division, transformed. The hashtag #WeLoveYouKelly began trending not as a fan campaign, but as a digital group hug. The comments weren't about celebrity, they were about identification. "I'm sitting in my car in the school parking lot crying. Kelly just said everything I feel about my mom." As a dad who lost his father, that need for their pride never leaves. Thank you for showing that it's okay. Watching her be that brave made me feel brave. I called my daughter after years of tension. Ryan's quiet support is what we all need in our hardest moments. What a beautiful display of friendship. This wasn't content, this was a human being. This is why we let these people into our homes. The YouTube clip became a pilgrimage site for shared stories of loss, pride, fear, and love. The segment transcended television. It became a communal touchstone, a permission slip for a nation to feel its feelings. Why this moment hooked into our hearts? The profound power of that morning lay in the universal truths it laid bare. The dual grief of parenting. Kelly gave voice to the emotional sandwich so many of us inhabit, mourning the children who are growing up while acutely feeling the absence of our own parents who should be here to see it. The myth of having it all demolished. Here was a woman at the pinnacle of professional and personal success, revealing the very same insecurities and emotional labor that exist in all our lives. It replaced the exhausting myth of perfection with the liberating narrative of authentic striving. Vulnerability as ultimate strength. In a world that prizes curated composure, she demonstrated that true power lies in the courage to be soft, to show doubt, to express longing. It was a masterclass in confidence, the kind that knows it has nothing to prove. The healing of witnessed emotion. There's a psychological magic in seeing someone process real feeling. We didn't just feel for Kelly, we felt with her. Her public moment of private grief became a cathartic release for millions holding their own. A new contract forged in truth. The unspoken deal we make with daytime TV is for comfort and escape. That day, Kelly and Ryan rewrote the terms. They offered a deeper comfort, not through distraction from life, but through profound connection to it. The escape wasn't from reality, it was into a more truthful, connected layer of our shared human reality. In the days and weeks that followed, something had shifted. The trust between the hosts and their audience had deepened irrevocably. We now knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that the woman who could deliver a punchline with pinpoint precision also carried the same intricate map of joy, loss, and love that we do. So this is more than a story about a host who cried on TV. It's a reminder that in an age of filters and facades, the most irresistible force remains a genuine human heart. Kelly Ripa, the ultimate professional, achieved her most iconic moment not by being flawless, but by being flawlessly, courageously real. She reminded us all that it's okay, it's human to feel deeply, to miss someone so much it takes your breath away, to wonder if you're doing it right.